Collard greens, anyone? Come on into Jenny's Walk and let's see how to put this lovely spinach together. It's collard greens, it's a bit thick, it's a bit hefty, but come on in. Let's use some smoked meat or some pickled pigtail. This is what I'll be using to put this divine dish together. Collard greens from Jenny's Walk. Okay, foodies, so let's put some lovely collard greens together. It's a very tough spinach. You will find this in the supermarket. You go by, like, how to make this tough greens, you know. Well, it's very simple, my dear foodies. Here I have a bundle of greens that I already washed and cut, and it freezes very well. I put it in the freezer. It stays very well, and you could use smoked bones. Today I'm using pigtail. This is salted pigtail. So in my clay pot I have some oil already up to heat, and I want to put in that pigtail. So we're just going to cook it up a little bit. All I did to this pigtail is I give it a good wash, and I chop it and I soak it overnight. I changed the water like 3-4 times before I went to bed and let it soak overnight. So most of the salts came out. I didn't boil it. It's a different way because I want the salt now that it will be boiling will get into the collard greens. So in here I have my onions and my celery stalk. I chopped 3 celery stalks. You see these here? I give 3 of them a chop really nicely. So now I'm going to raise the heat in my pot and let this all cook really beautiful together. Let everybody release their flavors. And I think this pot might be too small. But let's see what happened. I may change the pot to a bigger pot. Lovely recipe here from Jenny's Walk. Let this come up to a good fry, and then we will add our ginger garlic and our hot peppers and all of that. Lovely dish here, collard greens from Jenny's Walk. Don't forget to like and share this recipe with your friends and family. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. So there you go, foodies. Indeed, we needed a bigger pot. So here we have a bigger pot. So as you can see, that liquid there, that is from the onions and the celery stalk and that meat because we had it soaking. So to this I want to add my garlic. I have 4 cloves of garlic and a lovely 1/4-inch piece of organic ginger. So here I have 1 jalapeno pepper finely diced, and I have a whole habanero, but I'm not going to add the habanero just yet. And this is a lovely ham flavor. Seeing that I'm going in with the pigtail, this is going to give it some nice pork flavor, additional pork flavor we're going to bring back into this dish. So let this continue cooking here and wither out and get all that liquid all cooked in and soften up, and then we're going to continue with our collard greens from Jenny's Walk. So it have been 3 minutes and everything is frying beautiful. So here I have 2, this is cubes of yellow peppers and some herbs in there. And this is my sofrito. My foodies who follow me know all those herbs, bandania, shadow benny, same name, ripal, same thing. With my scallion, some leek, cilantro, and other herbs that I have finely chopped, and I give them a good puree, and you just put them in your fridge so you have them for use, quick and easy. So drop that in there. Let us continue. Okay, let's take a look in that pot now. Wow, a lot of steam in there, and that pot is calling me. So here you can clearly see all the sofrito and those. Oh, wow, everything has fried up really nicely. So it's only oil we have in here. Great time now to add in that pepper, and I add some chili, some chilies there, and in goes that ham, veggie base, some chili peppers, dry chilies, and that 1 habanero goes in. Give it a little mix, and now we are ready to add our collard greens. So we're going to wash it really nicely, as I say, full of sand, you know, and take that stem part out, peel down the rib because it's a tough leaf. Give it a good wash, and as you can see how I chop it, this is the size I chopped it, really fine, and it freezes very well, as I say. So you get them on sale, you just buy them up and you can prepare them and keep them for future. So in my pot, everybody's in there now, still a little frozen, but that's fine. Good mix. See, we really needed a bigger pot. So you could even use ham hocks. You could use any salted meat. You could even use fresh meat if you want, like, you know, a bony piece of meat, like the oxtail. You could drop that in there and then you clean it off, or the neck bones. But smoked meat goes best with it. So you could use smoked or salted. So I'm using salted. Good mix, and this looks divine. If you want to add carrots, if your family like carrots, you could add carrots to it, or pumpkin. But I'm not adding any one of that. I'm just giving you some ideas. So I'm going to put the lid on and let this cook slow. So this looks really good now, my dear foodies. I'm going to raise the heat, and in goes my water. I'm going to put a good 3 cups of water in there. Okay, foodies, so it have been 45 minutes that our collard greens have been cooking, and I want to leave it like this now. This looks marvelous. Our pepper is still whole and it's here. Our pigtail have softened up a lot, and I tasted it for salt. Everything is just divine. Everything is all well and good. So now let's just turn the heat off and do a lovely plating. Our lovely collard greens here from Jenny's Walk.